Mr. Do Something, they call him here in Memphis, and he is doing something tonight. Think of the private night that terrific TV analyst puts on him. So Laker ball down 2, 4.5 to go. LeBron on the floor.
Big play Slay in the house. Flake IG, what's up? Thank you, sir. Big play Slay. Let's go Lakers. Eagles and Lakers fan, man. I can't get over that, bro. I can't get over that. I'm gonna let you ride out though. Chris Mooney, am I stoned? No, sir. I don't do drugs, sir. Drugs are bad. No, I just I got sensitive eyes, allergies in the wintertime, all that, man. I put eye drops in before I make YouTube videos for a specific reason. Deion Sawyer, what's up? Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. How about Dougie P? Man, this Eagles team is such a joke. It's unreal, dude. Such a joke. What are we even supposed to say at this point? The locker room, like, players are tweeting stuff that like players don't tweet. Like you got rookies basically calling out the coach on Twitter, man. It's crazy. Well, what do you think is going to happen with Doug Peterson? What do you guys think, man? I hope that idiot gets fired, dude. Are you nervous about Joel Embiid's health? Because when he's out, they are lost. No, I don't think I'm worried about Joel Embiid's health. Joel Embiid is the best I've ever seen him. I know it's only 7 games, but he looks really limber. He looks like he's in good shape. All that. I know we got a back-to-back Washington Wizards and then the Brooklyn Nets. So, you know, I would think they'll probably rest Joel Embiid. Abe Link, what's good, man? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this, but I actually just got a light for my phone and a little clip-on microphone, so I can pop up on my phone now. Yeah, that's my cat. That's my cat, Bob. That's the little son of a bitch that always scratches at the door when I'm up in my YouTube room trying to make a podcast episode. How far do you think the 76ers going to go? It's only 7 games. But, man, like, they just look so balanced. They look so balanced. I mean, they look dominant defensively. They look just balanced offensively, sharing the ball, running the game inside out, 5-1. Strong bench. Maxey, Shake, Dwight Howard. I don't see a weakness. Unless they have some of those games where they, you know, shoot like 12% from 3, because the whole system is really Joel Embiid being double teamed and then kicking it out to shooters, right? So if we do have those games where we're not making the 3-pointer, then we might be in a little bit of trouble because we don't have that one-on-one combo guard, you know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be Sixers, Nets, Eastern Conference Finals. I'm predicting the Nets implode before that. I'm predicting this psychopath Kyrie Irving pisses off Kevin Durant way before that. Like, I haven't watched a lot of Nets games, but from just what I watched the other night, the way that Kyrie Irving, first of all, took more shots than Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter when they lost by 1 to the Wizards. Took more shots than Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter. This dude, this is a guy that left because he didn't want to play under LeBron James, right? The only reason you were ever in the NBA Finals. And now he's playing with arguably a top 3 play. If you're going to, you could honestly say Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. And now Kyrie Irving's playing with another top 5 player of all time and thinks he's better than him and is refusing to take the back seat and is shooting more shots. Who does that? You don't shoot more shots than Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter. That's something Russell Westbrook did back in the day, and Durant wanted out of there for that same reason. You know what I'm saying? So I think that relationship's going to implode way before the Eastern Conference Finals even comes close. I can't wait, man. Kyrie is a way higher level than KD. He's goated. Yeah, you trolling, bro. Kevin Durant isn't top 5 or you own something. See, this is why you can't have conversations on YouTube, bro. Like I said, it's. You could argue Kevin Durant. How could you not argue Kevin Durant's top 5, bro? He's like 6'11" and plays like a guard. Nobody can guard him. I don't even like the dude, but you can't. You could argue that he's top 5. Kevin Durant missed a shot too, but LeBron. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, bro. What seed do you think 76ers going to have? I mean, hey, if you're going to say Kevin Durant outplayed LeBron in 2017, 2018, he was also on one of the greatest teams of all time. Everything's subjective. And just because you give one player props doesn't mean if I say Kevin Durant's top 5, I'm not trashing LeBron. If I say LeBron is arguably the greatest ever, I'm not trashing Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. It's all subjective to me. I don't like to pick sides on players except Kyrie Irving. I can't stand him. What seed do I think the Sixers are going to have? I think the Bucks will probably get it together, right? A lot of teams are having slow starts. The Bucks will get it together. I don't know, man. I don't know if the Miami Heat will get it together. I think maybe they were a fluke. You know what I mean? Just to be modest, I'm going to say the Bucks end up with the 1 seed and the Sixers end up with the 2 seed. And that's just me hoping that we keep playing the way that we're playing right now. Sixers 100% getting the 4th seed. All right, David, name me the 3 teams that are going to finish ahead of the Sixers in the Eastern Conference. Can Embiid win MVP? I don't know. I think Embiid is. I think the technical term of most valuable player. Embiid's off the floor. We're trash, bro. At least every year of his career. As soon as he's off the floor, we're trash. Joel Embiid's definitely one of the most valuable players in the league. But the MVP is always a guy that's on a team that's centered around him, and he shoots 45 shots a game, scores 33. So I don't think Joel Embiid will actually win MVP. But Lucas, my Instagram stories are funny. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. If you're not following me on Instagram at IMDJ Eastwood, you're missing out, bro. I go hard on there. I don't really go hard on there. I'm just kidding. Celtics. Name your 8 seeds coming out of both conferences. Jesus, man. I didn't do that much homework. Off the top like that? I'm chilling on my couch drinking a beer. This guy wants a whole podcast episode. I'm just kidding. It's all love. I'll give you my top 4 seeds, both conferences. How about that? Bucks, Sixers, Celtics, Heat. That's right. I didn't even put the Nets up there. I really have a bad feeling about the Brooklyn Nets. I really do. And maybe it's just I want to be right so bad that I'm going to stick with that. But the West, I don't know, man. I don't really watch enough random games to know what's going on. Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers. I want the Nuggets to win the West this year, man. That's a nice homegrown team, drafted players. Didn't sign any massive free agents, didn't make any massive trades for a superstar. Like, that's a nice, small market, homegrown team. You know what I mean? And they share the ball. They play hard defense. Jamal Murray's a baller. Jokic is a good shooter, assist, center kind of guy. Not my style of center. I like a big post player. And Jokic is barbecue chicken against Embiid, but I like Jokic's game. It's like that new age stretch five type of game. I like the Denver Nuggets. I would love to see them knock off everybody and go to the finals. I would. I'm with you on the Nets. They're all offense, zero defense. Sixers going to expose them. Exactly. And like you saw the other night, when KD and Kyrie aren't on fire, they got nothing else because it's just those two guys scoring points. That's all it is. And they got a rookie coach who, what are the odds a Steve Nash team is going to have a top 5 defense in the NBA in his first year in coaching a team? You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing it for the Nets, bro. I'm seeing the overhype because it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, but this ain't pickup basketball. There's a lot more to the game than just throwing two great players on the floor and saying, "Yo, go win a championship." You know what I mean? Nets have no big man, please. Yeah, they just said on TV today DeAndre Jordan's starting for the Nets because they're literally friends with LeBron. I mean, friends with KD. I mean, I was thinking about LeBron because I was watching this Lakers game. They said as soon as Kyrie Irving and KD came there, DeAndre Jordan started over what's his name? What's the big Afro guy's name? Jared Allen. You see anyone beating LeBron other than the Sixers realistically? Yeah, I don't know. LeBron has to fall off at some point, right? Or is he just going to be great? Like, what do you guys think, man? Is this the year that LeBron slows down, or is the Lakers team that good where he can just chill, do his little 20-point triple-double? I don't know, man. I've been a LeBron fan for a long time, but I'm talking like he was in high school when I was in high school. You know what I mean? His games were televised on his high school games were televised on TV his senior year. So I've been a LeBron fan since he was in high school. Once he went to LA, I lost interest really. Like, I was a huge LeBron fan when he played for Cleveland and took a bunch of scrubs to the finals. When he went to Miami, I guess I wasn't really that much I didn't really follow him that much. I watched the games and everything, but I wasn't like rooting for him. Maybe it's the underdog thing that I like, you know what I mean? Then he went back to Cleveland, and I was a big LeBron fan again. But when he went to LA with AD and stuff, I'm like, eh. You think LeBron might start falling off in 2 years? Does Maxey remind you of Derrick Rose? I said that on a Run It Back Philly episode. His left to right, his lateral quickness is ridiculous. I'm talking ridiculous. Like, rookie Derrick Rose put Andre Miller on his ass one time with a little left to right stop and go. And Maxey's one of the quickest I've seen since that. Did they compliment KD and Kyrie well enough for their skills to mesh? I don't know. I'm not seeing. Kyrie's just a selfish player. I don't like him. I don't think putting two of those guys like that together is a good thing. Steph and Clay work because they both pass the ball. And it's your night tonight. Whoever's the hot hand gets the ball, and nobody has this like ego and attitude and wants to be the man down the stretch. Like, whoever has the hot hand is the one that's going to shoot it, and that just worked. LeBron and AD are two different positions, so that works. Kyrie and KD are like I don't know. Kind of the same thing. Who's going to take the last shot? There's no offense. It's just, hey, here's the ball. You know, it's KD's turn. It's Kyrie's turn. Now it's KD's turn. Now it's Kyrie's turn. I'm not seeing that working out. Kyrie is so bad for a team. I can't wait for it to collapse before the playoffs even start. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Maxey gives me John Wall vibes in all the right ways. It's them Kentucky guards, man. Yeah, man. Tyrese Maxey. He's gonna. That just makes that kind of guard coming off the bench just makes our team so much better. Lakers win by 2. What would you call a successful season for the Sixers? In my opinion, what I already saw is successful. What I've already seen is successful. Seriously, like what we went through last season, watching that team and trying to convince ourselves every game that, like, this is okay. Trying to convince ourselves that this wasn't the worst possible thing that could possibly happen. It was so bad. It was so hard to watch. So what it looks like now with just the player, the roster construction makes more sense. There's more space on the floor. Tobias Harris can play his game. Everything makes sense, man. I'm already happy. Jersey collection. It's not huge. I got a Julius Erving. I got like 3 Allen Iversons. I got a couple Ben Simmons jerseys that I don't wear because I have a jersey curse. I got a Brian Dawkins jersey. I don't wear any current player jerseys because I have a jersey curse. The OG Run It Back Nation will tell you about my jersey curse. Trade and bum for Levine, Kobe White, and a first round. You're trolling hard. Ethan, what's up, man? I was watching the Lakers Nuggets game. Deadman Freddy, how you doing? Thanks for being in here. What would you call? Oh, I already read that question, man. I suck at this. Oh, Team USA John Stockton jersey. That's dope. Can you collab with Philly Take with RB? We collab sometimes. I don't do the live streams too much just because I end up sitting on there for like 2 or 3 hours and like I don't have that kind of time on my hands, to be honest with you. Like I wake up early, rewatch the Sixers game or whatever, type some notes out, go up there, turn on my stuff, turn on the camera, turn on the mic, get everything ready, and bang out like 20 minutes of my thoughts and opinions and rant and rave and whatever, and then bam, upload it to YouTube and be out. Like it takes me probably at 45 minutes or an hour. The live streams end up taking a long time, and I don't know, man. I don't got that kind of time on my hands, honestly. If I would have started this when I was like 21 and single and no kid and all that, man, I'd probably be going hard on the live streams. I'd probably be, you know what I mean. Like I gotta wake up in 6 hours. What time is it? 8 hours to do virtual school with my 5-year-old again, and that's a disaster. Does my son watch basketball a lot? No, he's 5. He doesn't get it yet. He's sometimes he looks at the screen when I'm watching the game and the ball goes in and he says, "Yay, they win!" So he's kind of understanding he understands the ball goes in the hoop and whoever shot it wins the game. That's what he thinks. Yeah, virtual school is not fun, man. Not fun at all. No, my son's 5, dude. He watches like the Disney Channel and like Nickelodeon, Nick Jr. and shit, YouTube videos. He watches Minecraft on YouTube. You wake up at 5:55 a.m. every day, and you're awake right now. If I get up at 7, I'm literally dog tired by 9 p.m. Giannis or Embiid, who's more dominant in a half-court setting? Oh my God, Embiid! Are you kidding me? Embiid all day. Embiid has the half-court game. Embiid has the post game. Giannis is lethal in a transition and mismatches and all that. But as far as half-court game goes, definitely Joel Embiid, in my opinion. Is that your 6th beer? No, this is my first beer. And why'd you say it with the exclamation point like drinking 6 beers is crazy, bro? 6 beers is light work. You don't even know. You clearly don't know me if you think 6 beers is crazy. No, I used to drink like 20 beers a night. I cut back to like 18. I'm kidding. I miss watching Iverson so bad, bro. Yeah, Eric, man, that was just my childhood highlight, man. Like, dead ass, just turning on the TV, watching Allen Iverson ball out, man. It was so much fun. Every single night. Tuesday night against a nobody team, putting up 50 points. The guy was just more so Shaker Maxey is our ISO guy. All right. Oh, man. I drink a dozen throughout the day. You drink all day. We need Paul George. GB, man, you're just saying crazy stuff, bro. GB just got hidden. Do you think 76ers can go 36-0 at home? No. They're gonna lose some games, definitely. They're gonna go on the. I don't want to get like unrealistic. They're gonna go on a couple slumps where they lose 2, 3 in a row or whatever. They're gonna have nights where they can't put the ball in the rim. Like the other night, actually, against the Cavs, they shot like 12% from 3 in the first half and got it together in like the third, and then bricked everything in the fourth. So they're gonna have games where they brick everything and can't get anything going, and that's definitely gonna happen. 71-1. Tobias can be our ISO guy when the season goes on. Nah, I hate Tobias in the ISO. I mean, this year, Tobias I wouldn't call it an ISO. 1-on-1, but he's already coming around a screen, right? There's already movement. He's already had the defender's already fighting around a double screen or whatever like that, and Tobias can make a move. But that's not really ISO. Tobias ISO was what we saw last year, where everybody's just standing around, and Tobias gets the ball and has to try to get past his defender straight up 1-on-1. No, not fun to watch at all. Where'd that go? Somebody called me a Tobias hater. You're a certified Tobias hater, so who would you trade him for? Who would I trade him for? I mean, yeah, I was a Tobias hater because he didn't look like what he looks like right now. That's the thing about when you say negative things about a player. Like Ben Simmons the first couple games of this, or the game that the Sixers lost to the Cavs where Ben Simmons had 8 field goal attempts and Embiid wasn't playing. Like, bro, we need you to step up and be the guy in that game. So if I trash Ben after that game, why does that make me a Ben Simmons hater? That's just me calling what I saw in the game. And then when he has a good game after that, people will be like, "Oh, you're not now. Where's all that hate and talk? Where's all that hate you had for Ben?" Well, I don't hate him now. He had a good game. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? You know what I mean? So, Tobias was in Brett Brown's system. You can't argue that he fucking sucked. He looked like shit. Now, in this system, he looks a lot better. It's not hate. It's just calling it what it is. If the player plays great, I'm gonna give him props and enjoy it. If he plays like trash, I'm gonna say, hey, that guy's playing like trash. We should get both Curry brothers. Do you think the report of Wentz is actually true? Ryan, are you talking about the that Wentz wants a trade? I absolutely think Wentz wants a trade. Well, I don't see why Wentz would not want to trade. Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't want to trade. You know, why would Carson Wentz want to hang out in this organization? What's going on right now is an absolute joke. Why would Carson Wentz want to hang around and be like, okay, I'm the quarterback with the 5-year, $150 million contract, was supposed to be the man, got benched for a rookie during a terrible season where the GM gave me nothing to work with. The offensive line was atrocious. I got sacked 40 times. I got hit 8,000. Why would he want to hang out and be like, maybe they'll let me start again when another team would, get behind him and try to turn him around? And I'm not saying that Wentz didn't play like garbage this year, because he did. I always said it's a combination of all of those things, but yeah, no, it's done in Philly with Carson Wentz. The relationship with Doug and Howie and those guys and Carson Wentz, it's definitely done, and that's why he refused to talk to the media after that last game. And he's telling his agent, I know he is. He's telling his agent, like, bro, please get me out of here. This situation is toxic. This can't be fixed. So, will your son play in the NBA? I would love for my son to play in the NBA. I would retire. They also refused to run the ball when Wentz was QB. Run, exactly, bro. Like, so many things didn't make sense. A bad offensive line, no play calls no bootleg play calls, no play calls to get him outside the pocket, no run game, throwing the ball 57 times a game, backing him straight up in the pocket, deep basic routes that these receivers can't get open on. And it almost seems like there was a conspiracy against Carson Wentz if you really watch everything that Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman did. But I don't know why they signed him to the contract if they were going to do all that to him. You sign the guy to the contract, and then you help him out. And you try to make him succeed, not do the opposite. This is crazy. Paul Reed, who's worth Brett Brown or Peterson? I don't know, man. It's crazy. I mean, Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl, so he's better than Brett Brown. But this past season, my mom just said it tonight. She's like, you almost start to think there's more to it that we're not being told. Because for a professional, experienced coach that's supposed to know the game to do the things that he did, it doesn't make sense. There almost has to be a bigger reason. Like with Brett Brown, there's rumors that like some of the owners had their hands in some of the decisions that were made, and some of the owners had like literally input on what lineup should be on the floor and what players we should trade for, or what players you know what I mean? So that can really hinder a coach and a whole organization, because obviously some billionaire that purchased a basketball team shouldn't be making the decisions. So it seems like that in the Eagles organization. Like, there's no way Doug Peterson, I know he's not that stupid to do the things that he did this year. Yeah, I just don't get it. What if the Eagles draft yet another QB? If Howie's, I can't even, man. I really can't. If I don't understand what more does Howie Roseman have to do to not get fired? Like, how could the problem, the biggest problem is that these guys are all friends. Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson. These guys are all friends. So they're all sitting together in a room making these decisions. So you know how bad it has to be for one of them to look at the other and be like, hey, I think it's time for you to get out of here. No, it's good. That's why this takes too long. That's why Andy Reid was here for 14 years, and it should have been over probably like 10 or 11.
I mean, it's tough because they're trying to get a win.
Because of that those friendships and those relationships, and like they have dinner with each other's families and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it takes a long time for them to finally be like, all right, bro, it's we tried everything and now it's just kind of you. It's you actually. It just takes too long for an owner to make that. It's going to take too long for Jeffrey Lurie to finally look at Doug Peterson, Howie Roseman, and be like, hey, get out of here. So they're going to do it. They're going to sit in a room together again. And these three morons are going to say, well, we can fix this. We can fix this. And lie to the media about the Carson Wentz stuff. Oh, the relationship with Carson is fine. We're not trading him. We're going to fix it. But you wasted a whole year creating a quarterback controversy that didn't have to exist. Controversy. Now you're going to try to fix what you did. Oh, my God. Somebody put me out of my misery. Just the absolute dumbest bunch of front office guys. I just don't understand it. All right, let's get back to some... Yeah, Lurie shipped Dawkins, but Dawkins was at the end of his career. He still had like a year or two left or whatever, but that is what it is. He came back and retired as a Philly Eagle. You knew he was going to do that. Who you got winning the Super Bowl this year? I guess I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs again, man. Even though they haven't been playing great, right? Who else is really good in the NFL? Switching to the hard stuff. You know what I mean? Boom. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? What do you think about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you know? Tom Brady's still out here doing his thing, man. That's crazy. Oh, Green Bay. Yeah, I didn't even think about Green Bay. Oh, the Saints with Drew Brees. Yeah. You're right. Green Bay. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is on a mission. See, that's the thing. The Eagles drafted a quarterback, and Carson Wentz didn't answer the call. The Packers drafted a quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers said, "Oh yeah, hold my beer, bro. Watch this." Aaron Rodgers went balls out from game number 1. I would like to see Aaron Rodgers get another Super Bowl. Now that you mentioned that, honestly, I would like to see that. I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan, and people tell me I look like him sometimes. Pittsburgh, nah, no Schittsburg up in here. I'm just kidding. I don't hate Pittsburgh. It's a nice city. Browns versus Buccaneers. That'd be crazy. But hey, Tom Brady's still out there balling. You know what I mean? I said I was one of those guys, and Colin Cowherd was right. Colin Cowherd was talking about me the other day because he probably watches my YouTube channel. That I said Tom Brady's a system quarterback before. I'm kidding. He probably doesn't watch my YouTube channel. But and then Brady goes down there, and I was like, that ain't gonna work. He's gonna suck, and then he's gonna retire, and boom, look. I mean, they're not like undefeated or anything, but they're looking pretty damn good recently, and Tom Brady's looking like he's got it back. So Bills are a sleeper, Frank. The Bills are definitely a sleeper. I like that team too, man. I guess I got to pick a playoff team now. Someone to root for. I like the underdog. I'll root. You know what? I'm gonna root for the Bills. I like Josh Allen. I like the fact that they went out and traded for Stephon Diggs, who I was screaming at Howie Roseman to go get. I don't know why he was so overlooked. People were acting like Stephon Diggs was a scrub. Yeah, I'm gonna root for the I'm gonna root for the Bills in the playoffs, honestly. Philly, what's up? How about them Nets? Yeah, they got one tonight. That was just one of those games for the Utah Jazz. They couldn't hit a shot, man. They benched their starters with like 7 minutes left in the game. Lyric plug, Sixers content is fire. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm rooting for the Browns in the playoffs. They need all the support in the world. I like the fact that the Browns are finally good. And it's actually crazy that if they just showed today on ESPN the stats last year and then the stats this year with a different coaching staff. Coaching is so damn important in the NFL. From the preparation, from the time these dudes get to practice, to the film study, there's so many things that go into being a coach that can get actual changes out of your team. And the Cleveland Browns, that's just, I mean, to turn that around the way that they did is impressive. Very impressive. Richard Charlie, what's up, man? Ben Simmons should be averaging 20, but he goes up soft. I agree to an extent. There's certain games where I'm like, Ben, why are you playing like a little bitch? But then there's games where the past 2 games, where Seth Curry's on fire, Danny Green scoring in the 13, 15 points. Tobias Harris is on fire, and all these guys are knocking down shots, and Ben Simmons is just kicking out and kicking out and kicking out. Like last night, I really thought Ben Simmons had more than 12 points. Like I thought he was very involved in the game. I thought he was everywhere. And then I looked at the stat sheet and he only had 12 points. So points don't tell you the whole story. You know what I mean? But there are definitely games where Ben plays soft. He just needs to find a middle ground and yeah, Ben's definitely a 3rd star. That's for sure. That's absolutely fact. But I don't know if that's what he's comfortable. If that's what he's comfortable doing, it is what it is. You know, when he was drafted, he was touted as the next LeBron James. We thought he was going to be that number 1 player type of superstar to lead a team to a championship. I don't know, man. Maybe he's just a big, fast facilitator that can play really, really good defense. It is what it is. I don't know. Again, I don't think you draft that number 1 after tanking for 3 years, but that's what happened. You should try to do a collab with EDP. That would be epic. But I don't think EDP collabs with actual Philly sports YouTubers, man. He's literally like a famous comedian at this point, man. He has 2 million subscribers. He makes videos about like just took a shit in Chipotle and stuff like that, man. I don't know. I wouldn't collab with I probably wouldn't collab with EDP, man. I don't think we're gonna have a really. I don't think EDP would have really like an analytical conversation about sports. You're either gonna have a wide open shooter or Joel 1-on-1. Oh, I can make people moderators. Oh, Abe, I just made you a moderator, dude. I didn't even know I could do that. And I don't know what that means, by the way. So congratulations, you're now a moderator. Who else off the top of my head do I think should be a moderator? Ethan, where are you at? Eric, you're always in here. I'll give you one of those. Give Ethan one of those. Ed Brown, how you doing? Lucas said, "How tall are you?" I am 5'10" and 3/4, sir. And give me that 3/4. You know what I mean? Thoughts on Howard Eskin? Howard Eskin is just an old hater. Old hater. One of those dudes that watched basketball in the 60s and is pissed off that, everybody travels and carries and stuff. One of those guys, the old guy at the bar that's like, I don't even watch the NBA anymore. All they do is travel and carry, and they don't play any defense anymore. The game is an embarrassment. Nobody watches it. They don't realize it's just a different generation. And yes, people watch it. Lots of people watch it. What would you do if your son became a Celtics fan? He can be a Celtics fan when he's 18, if he wants to be. It's no, there's no collab with Philly 500. That would be cool. Me and Philly 500 could do some Sixers talk for sure. He does mainly Eagles stuff, but I know he's a big Sixers fan. So no, if my son wants to be a Cowboys fan or a Celtics fan or whatever, he's gonna have to be in the closet until he's 18, because there is no way there would be a Cowboys jersey allowed in my house, or a Celtics jersey, or a Celtics poster, or a Celtics coaster, or a mug, or anything. Philly 500 lives in Florida. I did not know that. Yeah, Tobias is looking great now, man. It's all Doc Rivers' system. So you're 5'11", and everybody who's 5'11" says they're 6 foot. So congrats on your 6 foot. That is funny, but no, I've never claimed to be 6 foot in my life. You're right though. You know what? Now that you said that, I've actually just kept it 100 my whole life. I've never had a reason to lie. I've never even given myself that extra inch. Even back in the day when I was single on the internet, in the chat rooms, telling girls how tall I am, I never said 6 feet, bro. I always said 5'11". I don't know. I'm just always honest. I really think I'm just always honest. It gets me in trouble, too. Because, my girl will say something and she wants a certain answer, and I give her the honest answer, and then I'm like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? She'll be like, hey, do you think that girl's butt is nice? And I'll be like, yeah, that shit is perfect. Are you kidding me? And that's the wrong answer, but it's the true answer. Relationship advice from DJ Eastwood. Be honest with girls, but don't be too honest. What if your son became a Mets fan? I know you're not much of a baseball. Ethan, I don't talk about baseball a lot on here, but I'm a pretty big baseball fan, and hell no on the Mets. I hate the Mets. I can't stand the colors, the wannabe Yankees logo. It's horrendous. No Mets, no Yankees, no Red Sox. Yeah, no. No Washington Nationals. No, none of that. Run it back, Philly. It's really weird that Howie and Doug had their meeting with Lori 7 hours ago, and literally there hasn't been a single word about it. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. There might be something brewing. There might be something going on. Replace Danny Green with Shake in his starting lineup. Yeah, I don't think it matters either way. I like Danny Green's perimeter defense. Mayor Slat, what's going on? But I like Shake on the floor with Ben Simmons too. So Ryan Fox, you're 14 years old and you're 5'10". You don't think you're growing again? You can definitely grow again. Are you kidding me? Did you see LaMelo Ball? LaMelo Ball grew like a foot like 2 years ago. What is the pecking order of what is the pecking order of our most hated teams? Oh man. Most hated. It's always the Dallas Cowboys number 1. All right. I don't want to go all football. I hate the Washington Nationals. I just hate them. I hate them. I hate the fact that they gave us Bryce Harper and then they won the World Series and then they absolutely stunk the very next season. I hate the Dodgers. The whole World Series run that we had and all the Dodgers series and Joe Buck and these guys calling the game and loving the Dodgers and the Dodgers this and the Dodgers that and the Dodgers are always good. I hate the Dodgers too. I hate the Celtics. Dallas Cowboys, Boston Celtics, New York Giants, and then the Washington Nationals. Yeah. Mayor Slat, you got one, bro. Absolutely. I was just thinking of people off the top of my head that are always in here. Oh, yeah, I hate the Patriots too. And beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl was one of the greatest moments of my life, definitely. Lucas, where do you rank in subs of Philly Sports Talk? I don't know, not very high. I've only been doing it for not even a year and a half, honestly. August, September, October, November, December. About a year and a half I've been doing YouTube, so. But honestly, subscribers doesn't even matter, bro. It's about views per video and interactions. Likes, comments, and views will really tell you what someone's doing on YouTube. Like, there's guys that have been doing YouTube for like over 10 years that have 50,000 subscribers that are doing less views than me on videos because I don't know why, actually. Their stuff's not getting pushed. It's not getting suggested. The interactions aren't that high, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. My favorite player that's not a 76er, NBA player? It was always LeBron James for a long time. Till he went to LA, I just stopped really caring, I guess. My favorite player right now to watch, it's not a 76er, Damian Lillard. I'm going to say Damian Lillard. And last year, Jamal Murray in the playoffs started with the back-to-back 50-point games in the playoffs. I became a big Jamal Murray fan too. So, speaking of Damian Lillard, YouTube earnings always drop in January. Yeah, bro. Listen, I wasn't even monetized last January. You know what I mean? I just got monetized in October, right? So October, November, December, I'm looking at my numbers like, yo, I'm getting paid over here. What's happening? I didn't realize that it's because December is like a higher. People are spending more money. Advertisers are paying more for ads and all that stuff, so your money goes up. And then all of a sudden, January 1st, like, bam, all that stuff got cut in half. I felt like I was conquering YouTube, and then January 1st hit. And the money literally got cut in half or more. And I was like, what the hell happened? I couldn't figure it out. I was looking at the ads on the videos and all kinds of stuff and Googling everything. And people were like, yo, it's just January, bro, because it's right after the holiday season and advertisers aren't paying more for ad space and all that kind of stuff. So it gets cut in half. And it's like, it's just crazy that happened. I just couldn't. Eric, is that what it is? It's the. Yeah, you know, E-Rock. E-Rock told me I have a captivating presence on YouTube, and I don't know, man. Like, I guess I've always been like the loud one in the room. Actually, I've always been the loud one in the room. Just a couple of nights ago, me and two friends of mine were playing pool at a friend's house, and my girlfriend was with some other coworkers in the kitchen, and we were having a conversation. Well, I don't know what we were talking about. Either hip hop or basketball or something. And I'm just very loud with my opinions. And she comes around the corner. She's like, "Why are you yelling?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You're yelling. Everyone else is talking and you're yelling." And I'm like, "That's just how I talk. I just yell. I don't know." So yeah, I guess that's just me. Which was worse, Al Horford contract or Markelle Fultz jump shot? If you could put, if Al Horford's contract was a jump shot, it would be Markelle Fultz jump shot. You can't make me choose those, bro. Those are horrible. Those are both horrible. Those are both very bad times in my life. You know, you say, what was some of the worst times in your life? I would say, I was going through it when I was 21. I was diagnosed with chronic panic disorder. I lost my cousin last year and my uncle in the same weekend. And Markelle Fultz jump shot. And Al Horford contract. No, it's not serious. Sports are not life, but you know what I'm saying. Season on fire. Shout out to Australia, man. Thank you. There was a Colonel Attar. Thanks for coming in, man. There was a question up here I wanted to see now. How do you get monetized? The qualifications. You just have to have 1,000 subscribers, bro. That's all. 1,000 subscribers. But I hit 1,000. I don't remember when I hit 1,000. And I got monetized. And then I just let it ride. Like, I wasn't making that much money per video, so I just let it ride for like almost a whole year. You know what I mean? And I was treating it like a savings account. You know, that money was just sitting in there. And then I hit a threshold, and YouTube was like, "Yo, you got to take your money, bro. Like, we're not keeping this anymore." And so they stopped monetizing my videos until I collected the money. But I didn't have the PIN number to log into AdSense, so I had to apply for a new one. And it took like a month and a half, so I went a month and a half without being monetized because they were like, "Take your damn money." It was cool, though, honestly. I was literally treating it like a savings account. I wish I could have kept it there. I would honestly have started the monetization and left it there for like 5 years and treated it like a CD account or something. Ranting Philly fan. You're waiting for that cake? What's the cake? Have you thought about talking about the Phillies more often in podcast videos? It'd be pretty cool to see, and it will probably grow your channel more. Yeah, Ethan, I was thinking about it last season, but there's just so many there's so many games. And then the COVID thing happened, and we had this weird season with nobody in the stands, and like it was a 70-game baseball season or something like that, right? It was like 60. I didn't get a chance to actually sit down and watch most of those games at all. And honestly, my problem with baseball is that you really have to watch the whole game to know what happened throughout the game. It's such a long game, and things that happen in the third inning contribute to the decisions that were made in the seventh inning. And you really have to watch the whole game to know what's going on. And it's too long of a game for me to, because if I don't see the game live, I can't just pop up the next morning and watch the game. Like when I do, if I don't get to watch a Sixers game live, I wake up early and the next morning I literally watch it on NBC Sports On Demand, and I fast forward through the commercials, the timeouts, the free throw shots, and all this stuff. So I probably watch the whole game in like less than an hour. You can't really do that with a baseball game. You got to sit there and watch every at bat. You know what I mean? To be like, he was here and this pitcher was throwing low and outside for like this many pitches, and then he hit this guy and then this guy, and then I don't know. It's just too much. I guess I could do like opinion videos on certain topics and stuff, but I couldn't recap games. I definitely couldn't like recap baseball games. ISK, hello from California. Thanks, bro. What's up? How's California treating you, man? How's the weather out there right now? What are your thoughts on Zoo and Allah? Mark Zumoff is GOAT. Allah Abdenabi is... I like him. Like I think Allah Abdenabi has a good voice for commentating, and he does good color commentary. He's funny at times. I like that he keeps it really, really real with the officials and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like he'll just be like, "That's a terrible call," and all, you know. But Abdenabi does also act like he's kind of a basketball genius, and he wasn't great when he played. I don't know. You could do better than Abdenabi, but Mark Zumoff is the GOAT for sure. Like, I was watching Sixers games in high school. I remember this specifically. It was Sixers, Celtics. I was in my basement with two friends. It went into triple overtime. The end of the first overtime, Kyle Korver hit a bomb three to tie it and send it to double overtime, and he hit another three. He almost had two buzzer beaters in the same game. He hit another deep three to send it to triple overtime, and Mark Zumoff, that was the first time I ever heard him say, "Hold on, Steve." It was Steve Mix at the time. It was Mark Zumoff and Steve Mix at the time. You guys remember this? And he said, "Hold on, Steve, we're coming in for landing." And me and my friends died. We're like, "What is this guy saying, bro?" And it was just the best shit I've ever heard in my life. And I love that line so much. And every time there's a close game, I cannot wait for Mark Zumoff to say, "Hold on, we're coming in for landing." How does somebody have that many catchphrases? Mark Zumoff has so many catchphrases. Like, how does he have that many catchphrases? You know what I mean? Like the other night he said, what's his name? Gordon Hayward is the elder statesman. Gordon Hayward is the elder statesman of the club. Like, who says things like that? I love Mark Zumoff.
Pretzels would be way better. Reese's now stuffed with pretzels.
The steal by Iverson posting it. He wins it. He won the game. Yeah, fantastic, man. Fantastic. That was against the Toronto Raptors. Am I not wrong? The Vince Carter team in Game 7 of the playoffs? Is that what you're thinking of? And then Carter missed the Wizards. Shit, my bad. Has someone ever recognized you in public? No, because I live in Hershey, PA. I mean, people recognize me because I grew up around here. But, like, from YouTube, no. Skip Bayless or Colin Cowherd? Colin Cowherd, definitely. Colin Cowherd, definitely. Colin Cowherd says some wild shit sometimes, but I think Colin Cowherd has. I think Colin Cowherd's saying what he actually thinks. Skip Bayless has resorted to saying things that he knows are not true to make a debate show. These debate shows, it's all a formula, you know. It's one guy saying stupid things so the other guy can react to it. It's Max Kellerman saying stupid things so Stephen A. Smith can react to it. It's Skip Bayless saying stupid things so Shannon Sharp can freak out and react to it. It's a system. It's a sitcom at this point, you know. They're not actually giving honest opinions on sports. At least Colin Cowherd is just up there with a microphone giving his opinion on sports. So I got to go with Colin Cowherd, even though I disagree with a lot of stuff that he says. But I don't listen to anything Skip Bayless says. Not a single thing. He's said so many outlandish things that he knows are not true that I don't care. I don't care what he says. Ethan, yeah, shout out to Harry Callis, man, for sure. I was in a casino in Atlantic City when I was 21. I was probably like 23 or something when Harry Callis died. I remember where I was. I remember the TV that I saw it on. Jim Lynam or Amy Fadul? What happened to D. Lynam? Wasn't D. Lynam the chick in the postgame? Now we got Amy Fadul. Jim Lynam looks like Jim Lynam. Not only does Jim Lynam look like he was born in 1930, he looks like he's still in 1930. Amy Fadul is dumb thick. You're not wrong, bro. Cooking with Kent. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. Thank you for the kind words, man. I missed the Brett Brown rants, low-key. The coach Jim Lynam. Jim Lynam with the beard, man. Oh, my God. And they put so much makeup on his face. They try to cover up every wrinkle that's on his face, but it just accentuates the wrinkles and makes it look like cracked plastic. Oh, Jesus. Jim Lynam's a GOAT, bro, for sure. You guys remember Molly Sullivan? I used to tweet Molly Sullivan, and she only responded to me one time, bro. One time. I used to tweet her and say stuff like, hey, babe, I'll be down with the popcorn at halftime. I used to say all kinds of shit trying to flirt with Molly Sullivan. She never responded to me, but I know she saw my tweets, all right? And then when the season was over, I tweeted her and I said, all right, season's over, time to unfollow Molly Sullivan. And she tweeted me a peace sign. She was like, finally, this motherfucker's not tweeting me. He's going to unfollow me. Serena Winters. When Serena Winters first came in, she tweeted like a picture of the arena from like the top. And I was like, damn, Sabrina Winters in the nosebleeds, bro. Molly would never. Ethan, yeah, Harry Callis was amazing, man. Chase Utley's first home run ever. All that stuff, man. Harry Callis, man. Brett Brown's elder statesman. Who says the phrase elder statesman? Oh, my God. The Brett Brown rants were epic, but that was honestly an epic time. Because things were happening that did not make sense. I could not believe what I was seeing on the floor. I seriously couldn't believe it. From watching Larry Brown to like Mo Cheeks to Doug Collins to every coach we've gone through, this stuff, and the messed up part is after the tanking years and finally getting your number one and your number two, all-stars, and you start to see that the only problem left is the coach, because you're not seeing any progress out of any of these guys. You feel like you're wasting time. You feel like the season's over before it even starts, but you have to sit here and watch the whole thing anyway. It was so bad. I don't think we'll ever be in a time like that. So, go watch the Fire Brett Brown podcast episodes, record them on your phone, save them in a hard drive somewhere. They'll go down in history. I hope that we will never have a time like that in Sixers ever again. We probably will. I'll probably be 78 years old with like 1 million subscribers by then, I hope. You ever think about, like, what is it going to be like when this generation is old? Like, old people don't have YouTube. Are we going to be... Like, you don't retire from YouTube, right? YouTube hasn't been around long enough for somebody to retire from YouTube. There's no such thing as an old YouTuber unless he just started when he was old, right? It's trippy to think about, man. It really is. All right, I've been on here for over an hour, my guys. I got to go to sleep because I got to get up and do some virtual learning in the morning again. What should I talk about on a podcast episode tomorrow, man? Because I said my last Eagles rant was the last one of the season, but there's definitely some things that happened yesterday and today that make me want to rant a little bit more on that. Yeah, retired if they're big enough. You're right. Talk about the positives and negatives about the Sixers so far. I like that. I like that, Ethan. That's good, man. That's good. I like that. That's a good filler. That's a good filler episode in between games, couple days off. What would you do if you ran into Brett Brown in person? I don't know. I'd walk right past him. I wouldn't recognize him as a basketball guy or anything. He's just a random dude to me. He looked, by the end of it looked like he was literally a random guy out there trying to coach a basketball game. Eagles offseason scenarios. I like that. Tobias Harris apology video. I won't apologize. He was playing like garbage. Now he's playing great. Possible people the Eagles could get to make them better. How we the fans draft better. Yeah, seriously. Ryan Fox, thanks for coming in, man. Would you let Brett Brown coach your son at basketball? Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. He'd put him in the wrong position. He'd put the wrong players on the floor, all that stuff. Have to do school with your son the whole day. No, he does. He does 8:30 a.m. to 11. But he's only 5, so I have to kind of sit there and make sure he's on the right page and make sure he's looking at the screen and all that stuff. But all right, guys, take it easy. Stay tuned for my next podcast episode, man. Love you all. Peace.